Hi, welcome to our podcast, Horror Heroes and Hops. We are currently sitting in comic quarters located in St. Robert, Missouri, right outside Fort Leonard Wood. Zach is the shop owner. He's on our panel today. And then we've also got Jason to this side of me. Making this all possible today is also Salute, a local bar in town, also St. Robert, Missouri, and also Patreon, if Jason would like to explain that one.
Alright, so the overview of what we're doing is we're going to talk about all things horror, comic, and basically beer related. We are going to have a Patreon page where we can have members support the show, so we can not only reward you for being a member, but we also want to be able to do really cool gift ideas, giveaways, add some different type of merchandise for you guys to be able to have a chance to be a part of. So you can check out our Patreon page at www.patreon.com/Horror Heroes Hops Podcast. And I already got a poll up there on there. You can answer the question for the June show, what topic you would like to see the most.
So we'll be discussing lots of topics today. The first one, of course, is upcoming movies, because we're all movie buffs and we also like tons of different stuff. So we're going to cover 2 each. And who's going to start us out with that?
I believe I'm starting that. Alright, so first thing I'm going to talk about is Thor Ragnarok. I am morbidly curious to see how the Hulk ties in on this. Now, of course, all true comic book and Marvel fans know Planet Hulk originated before World War Hulk. But how are they going to tie that in? Where is the Hulk coming into play here? How did he get there? All you see on the advertisements, Hulk show up in the arena. So, how did he get there? Did he take the shuttle out? Did the Illuminati send him out? They never even cover that at all. Last thing you see at Age of Ultron is the Hulk just hanging out in the ship, floating around orbit, smoking a doobie or whatever he's doing out there, Lord only knows. So, Big Green, how did he get there? Thor, is he going to be able to take the Hulk without his hammer? Some serious questions I'd love to know the answers to, and I hate the mere fact I gotta wait all this time before I get to see it. It's gonna drive me batshit crazy.
Yeah, yeah, with that being said, it's kind of like back to everything else. What are they going to take out? What are they
gonna add in?
Right, what are they going to add, or, what are they going to do differently? Because obviously everything they've done so far has never really matched up with actual comic books. So it's like...
They like Marvel, from what I see, they like to change stuff up. They don't want the fans to know exactly what's happening, and that's why a lot of comic book fans have issues with the way they do the movies, because they're like, well, that's not tied exactly the way the comic book tied it together. But they purposely change that stuff because they're like, look, we don't want everybody knowing what's going on. We want to throw some tidbits in. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. Then everybody's pissed off. DC, Superman, Batman. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying. Let's take 4 different storylines. 4, not 5. Tie them all together, slap them in a meteorite, and throw Batman on top of it, all right? I know what we'll do. We'll take Wonder Woman and throw her in, because everybody likes looking at her legs.
Right.
Including me. So, bunch of stuff I'm looking forward to. The other movie I wanted to touch on was It. Since we do talk about horror, and Jason's really the horror guy, and she knows more than I do, and I'm just like a peon on the comic book side. So, It. I did see that they're going to take a bunch of the original scenes and mix it back into this movie. I'm kind of looking forward to that. I love how they're like giving a little nod back to Stephen King and all the original filming. I think that's going to be great, but I am dying to see how they play off Pennywise. Now you got all the CGI, and now they can really make it grody like it was supposed to be. I'm dead excited for that. Dead excited. All right, what's up with yours? What are you looking at this week?
So this week I want to discuss a movie, It Comes at Night, which I just clued Jason into and I just clued Zach into. Trailers have always been good, but there's like 3 trailers out right now, but the trailers don't give away anything. We don't know what the hell's going on. Kind of stuck in this world, current day, something's going on. They lock their house down at night. It's super cultish, very specific, or mysterious, I guess, suspicious. And it's really kind of looking like a play on human emotions and human fear and that sort of things. But it is put out there as a mystery, thriller, and horror movie. Now, the date on that is June 9th. That's coming up. So hopefully we'll go get to see it, and that'll be awesome. But
Yeah.
I don't have anything else to say about it, really. I don't know.
Well, after we talked about it, I started thinking about the village. You know how they did the mysterious thing with the village, where don't go into the woods, don't wear red, that kind of thing.
I actually like that movie.
Yeah, that was a really good movie. So something like this. I mean, obviously there's some type of monster or whatever,
Yeah.
or something, or plague.
Infection.
Yeah,
Something.
that nasty ass lady dripping that shit in his mouth.
That's the
So
only
they're
thing
gonna
we
run
get to
around
see.
injecting everybody with penicillin?
Yeah.
That would be like the horror movie. Prepared for the zombie apocalypse, or prepared for the contagious plague that's about ready to spread. We already got our antibiotic shot.
Right.
We're done.
Oh, my other one is Blade Runner 2049.
Oh.
Yeah, just thought about that because, they've cast the main, of course we've seen him already, but Ryan Gosling, heartthrob. Not necessarily my type, but still he's cute. I'll give him a little bit.
Female equivalent of boing.
Yeah, right? Now, also coming back in this movie is Harrison Ford. So we get to see Harrison Ford, and then another one of my favorites who we've seen a lot of recently. He played the Joker in the latest Batman movie, Jared Leto. I like Jared Leto. I think he's a great musician, and I think he's a great actor.
What was that TV show he was on? That was like teeny bop TV show that he was on back in the day.
But
Yeah.
he's a great actor. He's a method actor. Everything he's done and I've seen, I've really liked. A lot of people say they don't like the new Joker, but it's a different
There
universe.
wasn't a whole lot.
I know. But I'm trying to stay on Blade Runner right now, so let's not go into the other universes. And the release date on that one is October 6th. So we've got a couple months before that will come out, and I'm sure we're going to see some more trailers and get some more tidbits on it.
So what are they going to be doing with Blade Runner? Like, is it going to be like a remake, or is
No,
it?
it's actually years and years later.
Okay.
And so Ryan Gosling is one of the new officers, and he pretty much discovers this secret plot, and he has to decide whether he wants to destroy the universe they're currently living in and break the secret out, or keep kind of towing the party line, I guess. So he searches out Harrison Ford to kind of see what that old officer was kind of like and get his opinion.
Yeah, I love the first Blade Runner, so I'm hoping they do it justice. I would really like to see a good sequel. It's a rarity you see a good sequel anymore.
But it looks really good. I mean, the one trailer I've seen is just
At least it's a sequel, not a reboot. That's
Yeah.
the good part about
reboot,
it.
prequel,
Yeah.
Exactly.
all that jazz.
All right. Well, okay. So the two movies I'm going to talk about, we're going to start with The Mummy. That one's probably the closest one. No, the other one's going to be the closest one. So, The Mummy, it has obviously Tom Cruise, and I'm not really excited about Tom Cruise, but I'm excited about the whole concept of what they're doing. Better special effects, the creation and the start of the Dark Universe by Universal. Pretty much Universal's answer to Marvel Cinematic Universe. But again, like I've thought about this a lot. Tom Cruise, yeah, good actor to a point, but I like to make jokes about how he runs in every movie, and that's all he's famous for is running away. But as far as him being able to pull this off as far as this movie goes, I think that him being evil and him being like the person that has to take her out, the mummy out, one guy, I'm not really buying it, especially Tom Cruise.
Not too, no.
You got any thoughts about that?
I'm kind of, I don't know, man. I think it kind of looks good. I'm kind of anxious to see how they do with it. I mean, compared to the first one, and I actually like the first Mummy, but it was a little too campy. Like, I'm glad they're actually making it like a legit monster movie.
Dark and gritty.
Dark and gritty. Dark and gritty to me is always good. So I'm kind of looking forward to that because I want to see what they do with it. Not because Tom Cruise is in it. I'm not too worried about that. I just want to see how they do it.
Yeah. Well, being that they're gonna, with this being the start of it, and then they're gonna do other movies along with it, which I think the tie-in, I think that's gonna be the biggest thing to look at, is how are they gonna do, like Marvel is and DC is trying to tie their movies together. How are they gonna tie the universe together? So to me, I'm starting to think that, you know, the movie's not gonna end with like, oh, he ended it and it's over. I think it's gonna carry on and then somehow mix in with the other different movies, whatever they come out with or whatever ideas they have moving forward. A second movie I'm thinking of that I really want to watch is the 47 Meters Below.
Yes, that was
Totally 100% scared to death of sharks, so just watching the trailer made my blood pressure go up, and
I
I
love
got
sharks.
really
I'm looking forward to it.
really anxious. And you know, people like to be scared, and it's one of those things, you know, hey, horror film critic here, but can't watch shark movies. So I'm definitely going to push through the whole I can't do this and watch it, because I think something like that actually could really scare me for a change is going to be different, because I don't ever get scared. So yeah, and I think Mandy Moore is one of the stars now. I don't know the other people. I didn't really pay too much attention. I just saw the sharks. Yeah, so no.
Okay. Okay. So for our next topic, we're going to do this versus segment. And Jason is going to explain what this week's topic is about, since it is about a horror director, right?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about something that's been a big issue for a few years now, probably even longer than that, but more or less lately, about Victor Salva, the director of Jeepers Creepers, and how him being a convicted child molester, pedophile, or whatever you want to call it, is a big issue now. You know, and should he or shouldn't he be able to make movies and all that stuff.
So when was he convicted?
Apparently in 1988 he was convicted of these charges, and he only did 15 months of a 3-year stint in prison, and then he paroled out at 1992, so he only did 4 years on parole. So he didn't even serve a sentence that most people
So
would
he got
serve.
released on good behavior,
And-
He didn't touch anybody
right?
else?
right? Oh no, these people are all legal. I don't want to.
Right.
Right, so we're looking at a man that committed crimes 20-something, 30-something years ago, and now, to be fair, did he serve a long enough sentence? Hell no.
Well, I don't think there should be any such thing as good behavior or released early, or you were touching somebody that was clearly underage. We're not talking about, oh, I didn't card her. We're talking about 12 to 14 years old. Dude, there's no way you don't know. You know what I mean?
But
Does
do
that
you
make any
think
sense?
he should still be able to be a filmmaker and make money, like
Well-
the millions of dollars that he potentially might make off this movie?
Think about all the other people that did crimes and still make money. You know, Martha Stewart. Think there should be a ban on her for making money because
Oh,
she
she-
was like,
You're not allowed
hey, I'm going to
to
sell some stock early and make a bunch of money before the bottom drops out?
Martha, you're not allowed to make no more cookies.
Right?
I'm not going to stop her. Her cookies are delicious. But what I'm saying is, like, there's nothing that says he can't make movies. There's nothing, I mean, now you're trampling on, and I'm not saying this is right, but now you're trampling on his civil liberties. So now you're saying people can't make mistakes, and then they're going to pay for it for the rest of their lives.
And I'm fully against child molestation and rape and all that jazz. And I'm not saying that anyone ever truly gets rehabilitated from those sort of things, because they do affect your personality and all, pretty much all of you. But he has gone 30 years without other incidents. So why is it all of a sudden a fucking topic when the third Jeepers Creepers is coming out?
Well, not only that, and this happened so long ago, but now it's an issue?
Yeah.
Why now? Why wasn't it an issue then?
See, and I agree with some of that, but I do disagree a lot of that, because I believe,
He should
when
rot in jail.
a football player does something when it comes to domestic violence, they get banned from their career. They're pretty much done. If they beat up a woman or they rape a woman and they're found guilty of that crime, they never put on a uniform again. Now then you got the flip side with Michael Vick and the dog fighting stuff. Yes, he came back, but hell, I think he spent as longer in prison than Victor Salva did for molesting a child. Okay, so we look at, okay, we're taking away your civil liberties, but at the same time, what's the difference between an NFL player committing a lesser act, losing their career, and a man that hurt an actual individual, a person, a kid, a defenseless child, nonetheless, and then being able to do 4 years, and then, hey, we're supposed to forgive and forget because he made a mistake.
You see the difference between general society and what we wouldn't get away with compared to professionals get away with all the time.
Yes.
DUIs. I mean, what was her name that just kept getting arrested over and over?
Lindsay Lohan?
Lindsay Lohan. Prime example.
Or when
How many
these
times
guys
did she get let off?
Yeah, or how many times do these people hit people or kill people with their cars and, oh, well, it's just vehicular manslaughter.
Right.
It's okay.
We're going to drop this to running a red light.
Yeah, and not only, and I completely understand, I agree with the NFL and most of these big organizations in which they cut these people out. And you're done. I agree with that. But there is so much evidence backing up these cases. There are cell phone videos, there are elevator videos, this, that, and the other. And from what I've read about this story, it seems pretty cut and dry. He pled guilty, and he did his time. Now, no, I don't think it was enough time.
No, I don't either.
But you also got to think, 30 years ago, could he have just taken the deal and been like, well, I think, maybe on his side, maybe it was a misunderstanding. Something like that. I'm not excusing the behavior. I'm saying we just don't know because we don't have the evidence to back it up. And of course, they're probably sealed court documents. We'll have no fucking idea. But when
Right.
Joe Schmo, football player, sits there and knocks a woman out and makes, breaks her skull open. Oh wait,
Gives
Google.
Gives her a Roethlisberger.
Right.
Right. I mean, I get it. I get there's more guidelines and rules and contracts involved when it comes to football players and the athletes, when it comes to their organizations or whatever they're exactly, whatever they're playing. And there's no contract with him to be able to be a director. He can just be a director if he wants to be a director, and there's nothing stopping that unless the production company that he's involved with doesn't want to deal with it. But obviously he's finding some way to help him produce the film.
Well, and he hasn't worked with any children since, at least in the Jeepers Creepers movies.
At least to our, yeah. I mean,
They're-
most of them probably played teenagers, but I'm sure they were much older
yeah.
than teenagers when they were acting in the movies. I don't know. I get that, but it's just, I guess what I'm thinking is, I don't think I'd be afforded the same opportunities if I made the mistake like that, or did, not a mistake, because that's not really a mistake, that's like I did some
You did it,
sick
yeah.
ass shit. But if I were to do some sick ass shit like that, I wouldn't be afforded the same opportunities when I got out of prison. Hell, I probably wouldn't even be able to get out of prison for 10 years.
That's exactly what I was saying a minute ago. It's like, okay, what we would go through isn't like, okay, so I'm
What a
gonna.
celebrity.
But
would
was
do.
he
Right.
was
But
he a
that's
director? Was he a well-known director or even a director in 1988? I don't know that.
Maybe we should send him some secret files and see if he can run for president.
Oh, no. Okay. So why don't we just cut this off here? And if you guys have some opinions or agree with one of us, understand where we're coming from, anything that you would like to share, go ahead and comment below or hit us up.
Yeah, let us hear some feedback. What do you guys think?
Yeah, because this is a very touchy subject, but it's something that we're encountering more and more each day.
And it's obviously a big thing across the entire horror genre. You got people literally stop working with each other over this situation, over this exact issue. People that are speaking in, hey, I'm going to support Jeepers Creepers 3, and then you got people that are saying I'm not. They have literally broke up professional relationships over this topic, where directors aren't working with actors and actors aren't working with directors based on their opinions regarding the subject. So
Yeah,
definitely share us your feedback, definitely.
awesome.
All right, so next part is comic discussions. Now, I covered a little bit on Planet Hulk earlier, just touching on it, trying to figure out with Ragnarok where he's going to come into play. For those of you that aren't familiar with Planet Hulk, we're gonna roll it back a little bit and give you a little caption. All right, so Tony Stark, sends the Hulk into space to fight this artificial intelligence satellite, right? Became conscious. Now it's about to shoot a laser down at the Earth. Tony Stark says, no, that's not going to happen. Hulk is the only person that can handle this. Shoots Hulk up in space. Hulk handles this satellite a little bit, roughs it up, kills it, done. Jumps back in his ship. Tony, I'm ready to come home. Next, boop, Illuminati show up. They're all staring at him. They're like, well, Hulk, you're too dangerous for Earth. You're gonna break the planet. It's only a matter of time. So the Hulk, being pissed off because, hey, guess what? He's the Hulk. Mad as hell. He's like, what is this? I come up here to do you a favor, and now what are you gonna do? And Tony's like, we're gonna shoot you into space. We found a planet, nothing but sentient life. You know, you're gonna land on that planet. No one will ever bother you again. Hulk's like, what the fuck? And it's like, that's it. You're gone. Bye, Hulk. Boom, shoots him off into this wormhole. Bounces off like a little meteorite, sends him off course. He lands on a different planet. This different planet, the Hulk can be hurt. So he lands there, they put an obedience disc on him. So now every time he doesn't do what he's told, they shock the ever-living crap out of him. Well, the Hulk being able to be hurt now puts him unconscious. He wakes up, they try to talk to him again. Hey, we want you to do this. Hulk's like, no. They're like, oh, night, night. Put him back out. So they say send him, the Red King, who's in charge of this planet, has a personal bodyguard. She's like in contact with the Earth, that planet. So they send the Hulk off to the mall, which is basically like, now we're rewinding back to Gladiator with Russell Crowe. Basically same type of scenario. We're gonna put you in with gladiators. You're gonna train. Hulk doesn't want shit to do with any of the other gladiators. So they take him back to the main city and they put all the gladiators in there and they fight a bunch of monsters, and Hulk kicks the shit out of everything and just kind of walks off. Saves all the lives of a lot of the gladiators. So now they all feel indebted to him. So now they're trying to talk to him. Hulk's like, leave me alone. I don't want to talk to you guys. You know, it just kind of mopes off in the corner. So fast forward a little bit. The Red King of that planet wants obedience from everybody on that planet, but feels like, you know, maybe they're not all loyal to me. I'm going to show them how much they need me. So he releases these spores onto this city, and the spores start killing everything. And he sends his robot soldiers in there to wipe out the spores to convince everybody how much they need him. Spores get out of control. Things get a little stupid. The Hulk and all of his little buddies roll in there, wipe out a lot of the spores, and the Hulk saves everybody. So now everybody's on the Hulk's side. So now the Hulk goes up, beats the Red King. We're going to wrap this up a little bit. Beats the Red King, becomes king of the planet. Now he falls in love with the personal bodyguard of the Red King. They do what they do. Now all of a sudden they have a baby. She's pregnant. The warp core in the ship explodes, kills everything on the planet. So the Hulk loses his wife, all of his, basically his entire planet, his civilization that he has now adopted. And he's like, that's it, I've had it, they're gonna pay. Loads up on a ship, gets all of his gladiator buddies on the way to Earth. Stay tuned, we'll talk about World War Hulk maybe in the next session. I mean, if we get way ahead on this schedule, we just spend more time in the bar.
Yeah. That's why I did it this way. Alright, so our next segment is Jason's going to take over for a little bit, and he's going to talk about indie horror films and a couple of his friends and some people we will actually see in area in St. Robert here in the next couple of weeks.
Alright, so this part of the show we're going to be talking about independent horror film. To start off, we're going to talk about Jessica Cameron and Heather Dorff. Heather Dorff is an actress, and she's been in several independent horror films, one of which is Jessica Cameron's directorial debut called Truth or Dare, and whereas Jessica was also in it as well. Heather's also produced several films, and she's actually going to be starring one of the stars in the upcoming film by Tristan Clay called Red Eye. And then Jessica Cameron, same thing, she's a director and an actress, and she's also going to be in Red Eye as well. But both of them are going to be in St. Robert, Missouri, June 17th and 18th at the Extremicon at the Retroplex. Tentatively, if the roof gets fixed, according to what we're understanding right now we had a really bad storm, so we don't know what's going on with that. But if the venue changes, obviously that'll be updated, not on our show, but somewhere else on Facebook. So what I would like you guys to do is check out Jessica Cameron and Heather Dorff on IMDb. Watch probably the last 20 movies they've been in, because just about every single one of them, like I say, was really, really good. And other than that, just like I said, just pay attention to the ExtremeCon coming up on the 17th and 18th. If you're in the local Missouri area, show up.
Alright, so I'm actually going to kick this off, and we're going to talk a little bit more about ExtremeCon here in St. Robert, Missouri. It was put together by a couple of our friends, and Jason included, and Zach is going to be there with the comic book shop, and I'm going to be there with my roller derby league. I am also going to be hosting the art auction, and I'm probably going to be running around with these two and helping organize the event.
Cosplay.
Oh yeah,
The cosplay thing.
Yeah, I'll be cosplaying as well, because that's exactly what you want to do on a hot June day, is dress up and get makeup. Oh shit.
I thought you were one of the judges for it.
No, I'm not one of the judges.
I'm judging the cosplay.
Yeah.
Not really. It's one of the panels of
That
it.
mix y'all's jobs up. Mine's like show up, sell comic books, look at chicks, go home.
Pretty much. So basically, I'll be with Zach at the Comic Quarters booth, doing the costume or cosplay contest judging, and I don't know, ain't no telling what the hell else Gary's gonna have me doing, because right now I could be
humping.
hosting something or doing something of some, I don't ain't no telling. But you know, I'm gonna see about, you know, her buddy, her bae, Mr. soon-to-be Aquaman. I'm see about him coming next year to one of our cons for $50,000. I'm sure it'll
Yeah,
cost.
it's gonna be fucking ridiculous.
I'm joking. It ain't never gonna happen. Just so you
Right.
know.
You know, you never know. You can hope and you can dream. But so that's ExtremeCon, and that would be June 17th and 18th, right here, St. Robert, Missouri. Now, yes, the place that is going to be held, the Retroplex, that venue might change, so keep your ears out for it. They do have a page on Facebook. Zach posts about them, Jason posts about them, I post about them on our personal and our business Facebooks, Instagram, the whole 9 yards. We will let you guys know, and please come out and support not only Gary and the whole crew of ExtremeCon, but also everybody sitting here.
Or you suck if you don't.
Savage! Alright, so this is Horror, Heroes, and Hops coming to you live from Salud. And we are sitting with the actual bar owner, Adam. Would you like to tell us a little bit about your bar?
Sure. We are at 107 Fina, St. Roberts, Missouri. Nice little cozy little spot. A little different from the other bars. It's a little bit lit up, not dingy. And it's a Latino bar. Latin music. Salsa, merengue, bachata, reggaeton, and fun and beer.
Right? And Adam does a couple specials during the week. You want to tell us about your specials?
Everything. It's just fun. Some of the cheapest drinks in town, for the most part. We have some beer that most places don't have, especially Latino beer and alcohol. Other than that, same old, same old. Other than Latino music.
You want to tell them about the beers we're drinking today?
Well, I'm drinking a Sol, imported from Mexico. They're drinking Pacifico, same place.
Cerveza.
Not too many people have these beers in town. They're pretty popular. A lot of people ask for them. Don't taste too bad.
No.
Not too bad, just different, a little different.
And we learned an important lesson. Put a lime in it.
Yes, or if you're like us, we don't need lime. We just take shit whatever we want to
So
drink.
you can try it with a lime, see if it changes.
Alright.
This doesn't taste bad. It tastes a lot better with lime in it.
Yeah, it's smoother than a Corona.
This is what I get to fucking work with. Do you see this? Okay.
It's called a quarter lime.
Yeah,
Good.
that's like the hubcap of limes.
Right? Only the best of the best for me.
Right?
This has a similar taste of a Corona, but a little smoother.
Yeah, I don't drink enough Mexican or Latino beer to really know a difference. Sorry.
Well, in comparison to like regular, normal, run-of-the-mill beer.
Normal beer.
Yeah, like Bud Light or
Your redneck
whatever.
staples.
Yeah.
Hey.
Sorry, I had to go there. Come on.
All right, so part of what we're going to do while we're drinking is we're going to talk about, we're going to brainstorm what we're going to be doing on our next show. Adam can facilitate some information as well, which is very welcome because all the ideas that we can get, the better. You guys can also comment below on whatever you think that what we talked about may have been interesting to you. I figure I'll start off with, I think the next time we go around, Zach's little comic book history is going to have a little bit more animated take on it, where he's going to do some more of a diagram for you. You get to see some of his unique drawing ability with dry erase markers.
Ooh, so talented.
Not typical to the crayons I usually eat.
That's a Marine thing, just so you know.
While wearing booty shorts.
Big snake.
Zach, the booty shorts.
Oh God, there are some things that.
I can't take that back. I just picture myself now.
Now all the ladies that come in his shop, they'll keep coming back if he wears his booty shorts.
Not. I'm good.
Oh Lord.
I'll come back for a special lesson, Zach. You get to teach me about comic books.
Can you draw me this?
I'm going to need more beer.
Please tell me your ways. Oh God. All right. So, but we visited topics earlier in our segment about we did movies, Zach did his comic book conversation, we've introduced Adam and the bar that we're currently sitting in. But I guess the next thing is what movies do we want to talk about next time? I mean, we're getting into summer. There's gonna be blockbuster after blockbuster.
Wonder Woman just dropped. I think we should all discuss Wonder Woman. Try to get an idea what we think about it. I'm going to see it Monday.
I'm probably going to see it next weekend. Got a few people that want to go. I heard it's really good. It's a big, big topic right now with the whole woman director and things like that, and I think that's kind of obsolete, and I think it's stupid that that's a big topic when half the male directors that directed the recent movies haven't really done that great themselves. So
Shit.
Well, so far I've heard really good things about Wonder Woman so far. I haven't really heard anything negative. Now, that's not because there isn't anything negative. I just haven't heard any negative feedback yet.
I think it's kind of good that they're starting to bring some of the female superheroes to the mix instead of all guys in every single thing.
Well, I'm enjoying watching it. That's
Of course.
yeah, because even with Black Widow, she wasn't given a big central role.
Yeah, and of course they had to make some sort of love story in that fucking whatever. Always
a
has to
rubbing
be-
big greenie.
Yeah, there always has to be a love story involved,
Yeah.
Not Tobey Maguire. We'll count that as a win.
right?
I don't see the Hulk hanging upside down anytime soon.
So Wonder Woman came out. What else?
I think Dark Tower would be one that.
I think that movie's going to be outstanding. But I hope the best parts of it aren't just in the previews. Because if it is, I'll be disappointed.
And that's anymore. I mean, I think anymore with trailers. Years ago, they used to give away everything and all the fun, great stuff. But I think anymore in the trailers, they're getting better at concealing the bigger issues and only trying to show a little bit of the Flash instead of everything. But Dark Tower, I'm looking forward to Matthew McConaughey in that one because great actor.
It's going to be interesting.
I'm looking forward to seeing him as a villain. I think he can probably pull off a villain better than he can pull off like a regular role.
Whatever you guys seen Killer Joe with him? That he was he wasn't exactly a good guy in that movie. So
Well, he's getting creepier in his old age. I mean, is it just my imagination?
all that weight he's lost.
He's starting to get a little creepier in his old age. So I think the villain role is actually going to play well for him now.
Yeah, definitely.
He's not going to be like, hey, I'm Matthew McConaughey. I got my shirt off. All right, all right, all right.
Always that tidbit has to come up in a Matthew McConaughey, like, you know, talking about him. That just has to be brought up. Ugh. Now he's turning into that guy.
One of his most famous roles.
No shit, I know that.
Yeah, any movies?
Actually, I'm drawing a blank right now.
What about you, Adam? Any movies you think about coming up that you're interested in? Because the segments before we were talking about like 47 Meters Below, It. We talked about
The Mummy.
The
It
Mummy.
Comes at Night.
Blade Runner,
Blade Runner.
and what was the other one you did? You were talking
Thor
about?
Ragnarok.
Yeah, Thor Ragnarok.
And It.
Yeah,
Well, they are about to make that new Mummy movie.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we covered some of that. I'm looking forward to seeing
That looks
that.
pretty interesting.
Yeah, we were.
It's a lot of details they've got in this one.
Yeah, we.
Well, the CGI is so much better now, so now they can do 100 times more with it what they did with the original. So it should be good.
I'm kind of excited to see how the actor works in this one. 'Cause
I think better
We
actor.
do kind of touch on that a little bit.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, better actor.
it's
in
going
a
to be
way.
interesting because it's a different role that Tom Cruise normally plays. He's normally a action hero, and now all of a sudden he's
Going
doing
to the horror genre.
yeah. So it's going to be interesting.
You know, and I've noticed like over the years that a lot. Okay, either they started off in horror, and then they got their name in the horror genre, and then they got to be big stars. You know, and then. Or they started off non-horror and now they're trying to get into horror, which is funny because it's like, well, I was this big comedian, Jim Carrey, perfect example.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he was all Ace Ventura and all this stuff, and then he went into the number 23.
It fits his personality along with Johnny Depp.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to seeing Michael Keaton as the Vulture.
yeah.
I want to see how he does.
So Michael Keaton's another one of those guys like Robin Williams, where he started off in all these fun family type
Like
movies. Beetlejuice, which
I
is
think
they're
he did
making
good.
a
I mean, he
remake.
did good in Batman, the first Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, they're also making a remake of Beetlejuice. So
They are.
that's what I heard. That's
They
what I
are.
heard.
I see
and
that.
he's in it. So
The original cast,
Mhm.
not just him, which is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
God, and Winona Ryder is just haggard now. God help her.
They are
well, you know,
rough.
Yeah.
when you got a shop look and you make millions of dollars a year, come on. You know, it's kind of tells
She
the whole
needed more
story.
attention. That's what it was.
Well, she just did Stranger Things. She's really good in Stranger Things, but
She played a really good, creepy, wigged out woman.
yeah.
So she's playing her normal life.
Yeah. Yeah, she hung up Christmas lights all over.
I don't want to break up the monotony. I really like this role.
It looks like we made it just for you.
Right.
She just stayed in character.
Right.
She's been studying. She's been researching for years.
Right?
Looking forward to that. Season 2 coming out.
Yes.
Which I think it's going to be quite a ways off still. So, it's whatever, Oh, and again, throwing some independent love out there. My buddy Mario Cerrito's The Listing will be coming out soon. It stars Jessica Cameron's in it, and so again, more Jessica Cameron promotion. These guys don't follow that much as much as me. However, I'm going to get them learned up in that.
We gonna get taught something?
Yes.
Another thing I want to talk about in one of my next segments is Secret Empire. Captain America going the Hydra. Greatly popular right now. That thing is taking off.
So yeah, and I heard, I've been hearing a lot of Marvel fans have boycotted the title because of that. So you got a lot of people that say, yeah, good, and there's a lot of people I'm hearing that are like, I'm not even gonna read it.
I just want to see where they're going with it. I mean, it's flying off my shelves. Flying off my shelves. So I'm trying to catch up. I can't read it. I'll sell it out before I even get a chance to read it. So yes, that's correct. I'm still on issue 0.
So it's one of those rare like story arcs that they're doing that's actually good as opposed to what they've done in the past where they just kind of like just start doing things to do
It's
things.
spanning all throughout Marvel. So Doctor Strange and Deadpool just dropped their Secret Empire. I'm kind of curious to see their role in that series. So that should be interesting.
I actually just saw Doctor Strange a couple days ago.
I still haven't seen it.
I seen it a couple days ago. I was expecting better.
And he's the
I heard it's
first
really
person-
good.
It's
first
good.
person-
I was just expecting a little bit better.
He's the first person I ever heard even say expecting more. Everybody else says
Yeah, everything.
greatest Marvel movie.
Well,
so
this
far.
one was more of a storyline. And
Yeah.
They left it for the next movie to come in and just go with it.
But there's a good question that comes up in this. Like in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I think I can't remember which one of the movies where they showed that they were targeting, like in the background, like on a map, will show like Black Panther, Africa, things like that, right? I think it was Iron Man, whichever one, Iron Man 2
Yeah,
or
the big map that has all the different spots on it.
Yeah, and they said something about along the lines of why were they targeting a doctor before he ever got his powers? Like, what was so special about him that made him think that
He ties into all the heroes. So he was actually treating superheroes that were injured in battles and stuff like that.
Okay, so
So they were putting a figure on him, as in, if you want to find a way to get to some of these heroes, you locate him because the heroes will come to him when they get injured in battle.
okay,
But now what I'm interested to see is how they're going to tie everything into Infinity War. So now you've got Thanos. He showed his face. He's already said, "Hey, I'm going to do it myself." All right, so now which series is that going to play into? Is it going to play into Infinity Gauntlet? Is it going to play into Infinity War? How are they going to tie all the characters together? Now you've got Adam Warlock introducing Guardians of the Galaxy, so that ought to be interesting because now what is Adam going to do? Does he have possession of the Soul Gem? Because originally in the comics he was trapped inside the Soul Gem. So now we're going to find out, okay, how is all this going to tie together?
wasn't in Thor, like in the background, Thor, the Infinity Gauntlet was there in one of the shots. It showed that it was already they possessed it, and then all of a sudden I find out that now they're trying to say no, that was a fake, and how Thanos gets a hold of.
It's actually one of Thanos' gauntlets. Obviously, it has 5 fingers, unlike my hand, but Thanos already has that gauntlet because it's just one of his gauntlets, but it has specialty holes in it so the gems can fit inside.
And who has the one of the gems?
Vision.
Vision, yeah. So how's that playing into this?
I don't know. Does it kill the Vision when you take it out? I guess we're gonna find out. But now that's what I'm interested to see, because is he gonna go? He's got to go around and gather all these stones one at a time. So I'm thinking, since it's supposed to be a several-part movie, the beginning is just going to be Thanos going around and gathering all these stones.
Killing a bunch of people.
Yeah, well, it's Thanos, man. That's what he does. He wipes people off the map. Now, are they going to tie into Infinity Gauntlet, where he worships death and he wipes out half the population of the entire universe? Like right off get, like half the heroes gone, half the population of every planet gone.
So many spoilers. So many fucking spoilers.
Well, and I don't know whether they're going to do it or not.
Well,
'cause
true,
I mean,
but-
they
Based
haven't,
off the comics,
Yeah.
so
they haven't dropped the bullet. And you know well as I do, Marvel has an infamous way of changing the storyline, so the comic book people have no idea what the hell's going
Well,
on.
yeah, and
Yep.
like I talk about when DC's playing catch up, but Marvel's kind of lost their footing with these last couple movies because they put things in when they shouldn't have been introduced quite yet.
Yeah, they're doing a little bit. They're doing a little bit of backpedaling.
So
They're
is DC
definitely-
making them nervous?
I don't think DC's making them nervous.
I bet they are, because DC's about to start popping out a bunch of DC movies.
Oh my god.
And Marvel's going to start slowing down.
I don't think so. I think it's going to be the other way around. I mean, Marvel's got a good step up with Doctor Strange. That went really, really well. better than anybody anticipated. You know, the last Avengers movie hit it off really well. Batman Superman was a
Yeah.
Fuck off.
it dropped. It was too many storylines. It was too busy. People couldn't keep up.
Yeah, well, and then you have the director's cut, which explains everything, but you're adding an hour worth of footage into this movie.
Right, into
so-
a 3-hour movie already.
Exactly.
I
So-
think like I think the TV shows are probably gonna get more of the Marvel Cinematic Universe and that in the TV realm more of a challenge than the
I really
movies.
think DC's TV shows are great.
They have
They're
the
really
cutting
great.
edge on it. Like
now,
they
this is what I don't understand. Okay, you have Suicide Squad, right? You got Killer Croc, just looking like an average dude. But then you watch Flash, and they have Killer Shark, who was
Yeah.
supposed to be in the role of Killer Croc, and he looks outstanding on the
Great.
TV show. I mean, they did him right. That's what Killer Shark was supposed to look like. So why did you even bother with a half-ass Killer Croc?
Yeah.
He's supposed to be Hulk size. He's supposed to be huge, ridiculously strong, cannibalistic, and yet you got Jamie Foxx,
Yeah.
like picking his nose in the background with his damn hood up, watching BET. He literally on the movie asked for BET. That was not a pun.
Yeah, it's
just didn't
it's
know
just-
where this was going. So
Like most of the stars on the like you said, Flash and stuff like that that play their roles would be better fit to go into the movies
I would
as
add-
those characters.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, man. You've casted these characters in these roles. They're doing great. The TV shows are doing well.
and they already have a huge following.
Yeah, exactly. Why not take these characters, carry them over to the DC universe, and just have them follow through? Why switch characters? That doesn't make any sense to me.
I mean, Grant Gustinson, is that his name? Grant Gustinson? Yeah, the
Yeah.
Flash.
Yeah.
And then you got Wentworth Miller, which is Captain Cold, which is like already got a huge following because he's on Prison Break now too.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of the guys from Prison Break are in there.
Yeah.
And I think they're great actors, man. I thought they did a really good job, and I like him as Captain Cold. I really do.
you know, so if they were to bring him into that character into the movies, it has to be him because, I mean, just what I know, just what I've read about and understand about Captain Cold, he plays the actual role perfectly. The way he talks, how he sounds, everything.
Yeah, and I think he plays
I think they're
good.
going to use him just because a lot of people like him, and it will get people to watch the movie even more.
You would think that they
Now,
would.
as far as the Flash goes, they're probably going to switch that character.
They already have.
So it,
Yeah.
They already have for Justice League.
It's like Spider-Man. You know, how
They
many
keep changing
Spider-Mans
that
we need?
character. Yeah.
I really like Garfield in the role of Spider-Man. I thought he
Yes.
did great for Amazing Spider-Man.
Yes.
I was so Tobey Maguire the hell out after the first movie. I was like, man, I'm done.
And Garfield, it was like that perfect, like, young kid, lanky, weird, just not socially awkward, and you just felt it when you watched him act that role.
Now,
It was,
now the new guy, I really like the new Spider-Man too. And he plays the role, in my opinion, even better than Garfield does. Now, I like Garfield in the role, but I think this guy is actually even better
Well,
because
he
he's
also
a
fits the
sarcastic.
age too.
yeah.
He's a sarcastic ass. Now, the age thing is, I have a problem with that because now you've got an older Iron Man. You know, all these actors are getting older,
Why
and
is-
Spider-Man's still in high school.
yeah.
Spider-Man should be as old as them or older.
Oh well, Spider-Man should be a professor in college in that time frame.
There you
And
go.
now you got Iron Man like picking him up and taking the mantle, and I'm just like,
You need
But
a
it
young
did kind of
character.
take it backwards some.
It,
though.
it,
A lot.
I agree.
I think it just took them that long to find the right person to fit the
True.
role, and now they found the right person. They're like, well, shit.
Well, then think about it this way too. You know, Chris Evans only has like 2 movies left on his contract, and Robert Downey Jr. only has like maybe 1 or 2 movies left on his contract, if that. And they're talking about moving on. They got to start introducing newer characters, younger guys.
I think
It's going to be hard to replace him as Iron Man though because of his character, just because of his.
oh, he plays that character
Yeah.
perfect.
It's going to be hard to find someone to replace him though.
Well, they're probably going to go play into what's going on now with the infamous Iron Man eventually, and how Falcon takes over as Captain America, or
I
Bucky
think-
Brooks.
Yeah, Bucky
much-
Barnes.
Barnes.
That's pretty much what they're going to have.
That's
to
how
do,
much
is
I
just
don't really know about
replace that character altogether. Just just do away.
Well, I think maybe in the second movie they'll kill Cap off.
Yeah,
I think
because he's
that
kind of getting played off a little bit. He's kind of dying off already.
Well, and
The first one was great, but now his character is just kind of
I love the banter between Iron Man and Captain America. I love it.
yeah.
He was like, language, and he was like, really? We're talking about language? I thought that was great.
It's good.
You know,
It's good
but
back
that's
and forth.
the best thing about Robert Downey Jr. How he reinvented himself, though. You know, going through rehab and having all those struggles when he was younger, and then now he's probably one of the best, top-paid movie stars in the entire world.
He got his shit together, man. You got to give a man credit. He got his shit together. He went through a slump. He wasn't one of those people that kept going down the slump. He got his shit together, and
Well, I think the movie that kind of brought him back was Gothica.
That was one of them. That
Yeah.
was one of them. Definitely.
I can agree with that.
There was another one too. But Gothica is one, yeah, it stands out more than any of the others. But one of the ones was like, hey, you know, he's getting back into doing different things again, but then, you know, Iron Man kind of took over his life. So,
Hey, man, you find that role that sticks. Poor Hugh Jackman is stuck with Wolverine forever. I don't care what he does after this. He's going to be Wolverine.
Well, he's wanting to get out of the Wolverine just because he wants to move on to other stuff.
Oh yeah.
Because he feels trapped, like he feels like he won't be able to do anything else.
but the
Well,
good
he-
thing about
But he
said-
plays that part so well.
right.
Well, he said the only way he would come back as Wolverine is if they put him with the Avengers. And if they do that, then they would have to put him with the new Avengers. Now, I could actually see that happening because all the people who play in the new Avengers are the Defenders, the series that's about to start.
Yeah.
So you could actually, Wolverine becomes a part of that team after Civil War. And the two teams split, so Iron Man has an Avengers. That's the Avengers. The new Avengers is Cap's team. Because the two
I
of them
see that.
disagree. So, I mean, they literally could roll right in because Wolverine joins that team.
Yeah, the way they ended that, they could go both ways. They could either join or split off.
Well, with Infinity War, that's going to seal up a lot of that storyline.
Yeah, because a lot of people are going to be.
And I see Hulk coming back into that.
Now that was one of the things we talked about on the earlier segment of the show. How are they going to explain how Hulk got there? Because Planet Hulk is a completely different beast, and Thor Ragnarok is based on Thor. So are you going to do a separate movie for Planet Hulk, or are you going to leave it in the animated universe where they did that animated Planet Hulk, which actually stayed pretty close to the comics?
They're probably going to do like a little bit of a playback type deal to kind of bring it all back in.
Oh yeah.
I think if they do that, that'd be really, really shocking.
Well, they can't. Well, the thing is, every Marvel movie that's come out is in some way tying itself to the others.
Yeah.
So I can see how Thor
The playback.
Ragnarok is eventually going to tie into, you know, all this, you know, which making a standalone Black Widow movie, which is going to probably be a thing, and then making the standalone, you know, movies for like another Hulk, a real Hulk movie that's not based on
Please, God,
old.
give me a real Hulk movie.
Yeah, we can't keep running off of Edward Norton stuff when he's no longer Hulk. We gotta get another Hulk movie.
I think
You
the
know.
guy playing a Hulk now is awesome.
Yeah.
I love him I was skeptical until I saw him, and I was like, never mind, I'm good.
I kind of like him too. He kind of resembles the old original Hulk.
Yeah.
Lou Ferrigno,
I like that.
obviously not size-wise.
Well, yeah, but he plays that character about the same. And
Well,
he
like
kinda,
Bill Bixby, the actual guy
Yeah.
that played Hulk in the television show.
Bruce Banner.
Yeah, well, Bruce Banner, which ultimately is the Hulk. Same thing with Mark Ruffalo. Or what is his name?
Ruffalo.
Yeah.
Ruffalo.
He fits the Bruce Banner role.
The
like
persona?
Bill
Yeah.
Bill Bixby did.
I'd agree. With that.
So when it comes to that and just the transition, you know, the Hulk as the Hulk, to me that's a whole different thing because the real acting's in Bruce Banner, and what he's doing as Bruce Banner is what brings the Hulk into the Hulk.
Still love Lou Ferrigno, man. Lou Ferrigno's my boy.
Hey,
Shout out to you, Lou.
Yeah. Comic Quarters in St. Robert, Missouri. National autograph sign would be awesome.
All right, well, we spent like 20 minutes talking about these damn Marvel movies. Like, we touched on DC for a second. But why don't you guys just comment, whatever, say what movies you want to see. We talked a little bit about some TV shows. If you guys want to see us talk about some TV shows, we can totally do that because we didn't even touch on what I want to fucking see.
Then what is
My
that?
bad.
The Labyrinth, or not the Labyrinth, sorry, excuse me. Okay, it's not a good day for some of us. Dark Crystal.
Yeah.
Yes. So, but if you guys want to see any of this delved more into when we're kind of sober, and it's not the fucking recovery time, that would be awesome. Just comment, whatever. And even if you have a specific question for us, or one of these guys, or myself, or our personal opinion, we can address that too. So just comment, tell us about it, and we will talk about it next time. All right? Awesome.
And we'll respond to the first 15 comments on YouTube whenever this is uploaded. So go to the first 15.
Get on there quick.
Yep.
Right? And you know that you can find us on Patreon. You can find us on Facebook. So Horror Heroes and Hops Facebook. Salute has a Facebook. Comic Quarters has a Facebook. Facebook, Instagram, the whole 9 yards. You can keep up with us every single day of the week if you wanted to.
We're going to
So-
do a lot more live streams.
Yes.
A lot more. We got an ExtremeCon coming up. We'll be doing some live streams from there. Probably get some other people on the live stream with us that will talk to you guys. So tune in to the next show, which will be probably put out somewhere between around the 10th of July for the month of June. So yeah.
And you guys know that we're always in Comic Quarters, and you could always come in and have these conversations with us face to face.
Even if you have to fly 3 or 4
It's
hours,
fine.
no big
It's
deal.
cool. Or we come hang out at the bar too, because we like
No, we
that.
don't. We're never here.
Never. This beer, by the way, it's getting better and better the more I drink it.
I was thinking the same thing.
it grows
Matter
on
of fact,
you,
mine's empty, and I'm kind of filling another one here.
Wondering where
Yeah.
the hell the
right?
somebody spilled
Especially with the
mine.
lime, it did help. You need to put lime in it next time.
Let's revisit this topic again. Just fucking.
Put your hubcap in there.
There you go, squeeze it.
Okay, wait, hold on.
There you go.
Yay! Winning!
I'm so glad you did that in the last 3 sips of your beer. Makes perfect sense. All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
Thanks.
Thanks. Bye.
That's good.
That was fun, but I definitely had to pee.
Oh yeah, the lime. Yeah.